Hey guys, what's up? We're back with another video today, and today we are getting into a whole new series. The college football season is now over. On to the college football, NFL draft. Make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Like this video if you enjoy it. Comment all your thoughts and opinions down below. This is way later than I thought I would be starting to do draft content. But the college football season dragged on, had some other things going on, and now we're finally getting into it at the end of January. This is the latest I've ever done it. The Bears are once again in the top 10 picks, which is where they seem to have been for the last, 6 years. They've been awful, but it's time to get into draft mode, get our hopes up, see if we can get some good players, see what happens here. But let's get into today's video. Like I said, like, subscribe, comment your thoughts and opinions down below. We'll get into it. So with the number 10 overall pick, I was shocked by this, but Abdul Carter was the pick, edge rusher out of Penn State. Honestly, I don't think he falls all the way to 10 unless if he has a bad showing at the combine. I'd be shocked if he fell to 10. He is an absolute beast of a player. When Notre Dame was playing him, I was blown away by his athleticism, by his talent. This is just a player that just straight up is one of the best players, in my opinion, in this draft, if not the best player. And I'm saying that fully understanding the fact that you have guys like Travis Hunter in this draft class. He is 6'3", 251 pounds, been an electric pass rusher all throughout his career, multiple snaps at edge rusher, playing outside linebacker, had 12 sacks this season, 4.5 last season. Freshman year had 6.5. This is just a dude that's been productive all throughout his career. A grand total of 5 forced fumbles throughout his career. Even had an interception a couple of years ago. Has done an absolutely fantastic job. Even has multiple pass blocks or multiple pass deflections all throughout his career in each season. So you know he's getting his hands up there, doing a good job with that. Abdul Carter, in my opinion, is a top 5 pick, but since he fell to number 10, there's no way I'm not taking him. Abdul Carter there at 10. Bears desperately need pass rushing. At number 39, I'm going to try with these next couple of names. Ariante Ursiowe. He is the offensive tackle, primarily probably going to be a left tackle out of Minnesota. Here's my thing, and here's the reason why I'm taking him. I mean, this dude has lateral quickness. He is big. He is fast. And that is exactly what you're looking for in an offensive lineman. 6'7", 330 pounds, absolute behemoth of a man. And when you're looking at him, you look at it and you just see all sorts of potential. Technically, he is not the best technician. He struggles in that category, but that's where Braxton Jones comes in. If you bring in Braxton Jones, you have him for 1 year, you keep him for 1 year, and then you see if Ursula has the potential to be able to be a starting left tackle. I think he does. I think he has the tools. I think he has the ability. I'm not completely sold on it. I'm not 100% sure I trust Ben Johnson, but this is big dudes. You need big guys in the trenches. I like Ursula, picking him at number 39. And then at number 41, this is a guy that can play both right guard and right tackle. So I think he slots in at a guard position, but he does give you a bit of versatility, and I do like that. But I do think he fits in at a guard, which the Bears could use either guard slot, depending on whether you have Tevin Jenkins come back. But Jonathan Salsavine, I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name, but played a lot of snaps at right tackle in college, but I think he slots in more as a guard. Extremely powerful dude. Absolutely a mauler when it comes to the trenches, and that's what the Bears need. The Bears, guard-wise, between Jenkins and Davis and all this different rotations that we've had throughout the years, you just really haven't had solid guard play since Kyle Long, really. Tevin Jenkins has been okay, and I wouldn't mind bringing him back, but he's just not a greatest player I think that you can get there. I like him at this spot so far. So Sanavane there at number 41. Then at moving on to pick number 72, this is one of my favorite picks of the entire draft. It is safety Xavier Watts. I think that the Bears, safety wise, have struggled a little bit, and I think that the Bears definitely have to improve when it comes to the safety position. Xavier Watts played a lot of strong safety, a lot of free safety. He did both, and I think that that's kind of the interesting spot. Personally, I think he can play either. I would slot him in a little bit more of a strong safety in the Jonathan Owens role, but I don't know. It also depends on what you think of a guy like Jaquan Brisker, where you put him at. Maybe you bring him back, maybe you don't. I'm not 100% sure, or my apologies. Brisker will be back, but I think that I would be very shocked if you don't at least try to address the safety position just because of the injuries that you've had. I don't know whether Brisker, I say that he'll be back, but that concussion injury that he had, I don't know what to think of it. So I do like drafting Xavier Watts here in the third round. Then you have a lot of picks, and then finally you're back on the board. Charles Grant, the inside offensive lineman, probably going to be a guard, possibly a center player, 6'4", 300 pounds. The problem is that he's a bit lean when it comes to he's not as strong as you would like, but he is very, very good as a mover, does a great job at being able to get out there to the second level at run blocking, and that's going to be very important in a Ben Johnson run offense, heavy in that set. He has been a second-team All-American at the FCS level multiple times. He's been a 3-year starter at William and Mary. And I think that this is a team that their run pass split at William and Mary was about 65 to 35. That's what Bleacher Report's saying, so I'll take that as truth. But when it comes to that, I think that if he is able to be a good run stuffer, add some bodies to the offensive line, you never can have enough. Let's be honest. Then at pick number 193, this is where I started between the Charles Grant pick and this pick. I was looking for a backup quarterback because even though I think Bagent has some stuff to him, I'm a little bit concerned about him as a backup quarterback long term. So I'm going to take Riley Leonard at 193. He was the best quarterback available when it came to value, position, everything like that. There wasn't really anybody particularly I liked at that point, but Leonard, I do think, is a solid player in college, had some potential, obviously struggles as a passer, so you would need to work on that a lot. But as a runner, maybe he could fit into some packages. Maybe in the goal line, you put him in, avoid a Caleb Williams type of injury. I think that could be really interesting to see what happens there. But I like Leonard there, the quarterback out of Notre Dame, at pick number 193. Then at pick number 233, a few picks later, Raheem Sanders was my pick, the running back out of South Carolina. Rocket Sanders played most of his career at Arkansas, transferred to South Carolina this past year, and balled out nonetheless. He did a great job at Arkansas, was a great player. I think has a lot of burst in him. He has taken quite a pounding in the college ranks, so I really don't think he's going to be much use more than a few years in the NFL. But when it comes to it, you can never have enough running back depth. And I think that it's very likely that this running back room loses a player or two in it when it comes down to it. So I think if you're going to lose a player in the running back room, possibly a Khalil Herbert, or I'm sorry, not a Khalil Herbert, but possibly a Travis Homer or a Darrynton Evans, I think that would be good to pick up a guy like Rocket Sanders. Then finally, Jalen Reed, the safety out of Penn State. I thought he played well when Notre Dame played him. He looked impressive to me. And I think that it's time that you kind of get an extra safety in there as well. So I think you could kind of see pretty obviously where I think that the needs for this Bears team are. It's in the trenches. It's adding to the safety position. You could argue that you should have added possibly a cornerback, but I honestly am pretty happy with where our cornerback situation is at this moment. I think that you're good in that category. I think you're good when it comes to linebacker relatively, but I really think that this offensive line, it needs as much help as you could possibly get. So that's going to end today's video. Hit the 2 videos down below and the subscribe button up here. And as always, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Bye.